Okay, so I'm starting to experiment with the Flashback Pro version, and I've also used the Flashback Express version. And the difference seems to be that at the end, after you've recorded, but while you're still in the Flashback player mode, you can insert some text, and I'm going to show you that. We're able to use only a part of the screen, and we can't adjust the screen once we've started, which is a downside. But since I'm only using a region of the screen instead of the whole thing, I can move my apps around as like that. And what I'm doing is I'm actually making my PowerPoint fit to the top and left edges. And we can pull in things like video files. That actually is my hotkeys, which I've saved in a file so that I can see them off screen. It helps me to remember which ones are which. You can pull in your menus and stuff like that if you need to. Blah blah blah, etc. etc. Kita kita kita. And of course pull things up to the front or not. So that's what I'm doing here. When you're in PowerPoint, you can use your regular PowerPoint page up, page down kind of screens. Theoretically, since I'm in the edit mode, I could actually edit inside of PowerPoint. Let's say, okay, whoops, that's a mistake. Take that out. So that's all good. You can also put your PowerPoint into display mode, of course. Then you'd need the full screen. My camera is not the best camera, and because of the speed limitations, we can see that if you move fast, it gets blurry. If you move too far to the side, it gets blurry. I've actually moved my display partially off because you see my messy room. So I've taken part of it out of the display. And we can make this viewer bigger or smaller if you're into that. Me, I'm slightly modest part of the time. And I think that's going to be all for this experiment. I like what I got here. And my speed key is Shift F10 to shut off. Oh, by the way, I wanted to say I'm using a side lamp sometimes. If you look carefully, you can see that there is a difference on the side of my face. And I'm planning to get a side lamp on the other side also, which will then cause my camcorder to soften a bit. The reason is because I have the light over my head in my study room, slightly behind me, and it gives me a very shiny head. And since I can't dim that overhead light much or the room is too dark, let's try too dark. That's not going to work. At least not my normal teaching mode. So that's where we're at. Thank you very much. Shift F10.